All right, everybody. Welcome back to another This Week at Bungie. I'm joined along here with G3 Tyrant.
Hello.
And we got another T.W.A.B to read today. It's not going to be as massive as last week's, as they said. Another week, another T.W.A.B. The last four have been mega Godzilla-sized T.W.A.Bs, and they are not kidding. Last one was absolutely insane.
Yeah, we thought we were going to bang it out in 10 minutes.
we were wrong. Boy, were we wrong.
The choke was on us.
Yeah. They had more T.W.A.Bs, like the Godzilla-sized T.W.A.Bs, they said, leading up to Season of the Lost and the big Destiny 2 showcase that they had last week. Expect a nice few lighter T.W.A.Bs now that the season is live, and what we will be talking about. Now that Season of Lost is underway, there is a new boss awaiting you in the Astral Alignment activity, and a new area to visit in the Shattered Realm. The Queen of Lies herself, Savathun, is encased in her crystal sleeping bag, but whispering in your ear when you visit. She made her case in point at the start of the season. Was it convincing? Did you buy it? Maybe just a little? I don't know for sure.
That's a hard question to answer. I think I bought it.
You bought into the Queen of Lies?
I think so, but because I know which queen has in store, I still don't like her.
No.
She took my light, bruh.
Anything that she's saying, and like she's 100% just gaslighting us as Guardians. She comes in,
right. Yeah,
Guardian, how are you? You're so great. I just wanted to show you that I didn't actually do anything bad. It was just a different perspective. But you're the best, Guardian.
I mean, no, like, in all honesty, as far as like Savathun is as a character, like she can tell a story, dog.
Oh yeah, she's good at what she does. She's the Queen of Lies for a reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her. She can tell a story, bruh.
Yeah. All right. Well, it looks like from picking up from last week with the donations, we have done an extremely good job with the donations. We have raised over $200,000 in direct donations for the along with the pre-ordering thousands of Guardians Hopes t-shirts. So the Direct Relief and Team Rubicon that Bungie is partnered with have stated how grateful they are for everyone that's pre-ordered and directly donated. Once again, you can donate $25 and you can earn the Anchor Point emblem. And if you happen to pre-order the shirt, you will get access to the Vital Elixir emblem. So definitely go check that out. It is for a good cause, as Bungie always has these fantastic causes for donations. So please do go check that out.
Like, does anyone ever actively, and I mean any gaming studio, actively work as hard as Bungie does? Because I don't think so, as far as activism and helping and putting smile on kids' faces and stuff like that, man. Like, I don't think anyone works as hard as Bungie in that regard. I feel like they're trailblazing that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. They just seem to be at the front lines from what I've seen doing this. They're just year-round. There's always some sort of support that they're offering, whether it be the iPads for kids, or just if there was some sort of disaster relief fund for that. Or now, along with this, right now with Direct Relief and Team Rubicon. So they're absolutely fantastic. There's always something to find with them, right?
And you know what's the good part too is they don't wait for the trend to start. They're the trendsetters. They've been doing every Black History Month. They create everything Black awareness, every LGBTQ awareness thing that they need to do. They make sure they do it without waiting for society to say, hey, look, this is what's trending right now. This is what's important. They don't wait. They already do it. They've always had their communities and their employees back from the jump, from day one, and you got to commend them. I can't say anything enough that's good of what they do. You know,
exactly. They don't care about being in like the spotlight for, hey, we're doing a good thing. It's just they just want to do a good thing for the sake of doing a good thing, and It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. So please do check
Awesome
that
stuff.
out if you guys can, and if you guys have any money to donate, by all means, please do check that out. Only if you can. So to continue with the T.W.A.B here, says things got a little hot little bit last week, so we have a quick update on some weapon fixes that went out in the morning through a rapid turnaround and to address the community feedback. And here's the weapon design team to tell us more. So this is a quick, like, hot patch that kind of came out yesterday, I believe, to fix a few things, mainly the Lorentz driver and whatnot. But it says Lorentz driver here. Typically, when we make an exotic, we start from the position that it's a gameplay fantasy and should work in all game modes. Then we dial it back from there as needed. The Lorentz driver core's fantasy is receiving bounties, hunting them down, and collecting your reward. And the target marker are key to this, so we opted to keep them at launch to see how it played in the wild. It turns out that the change is definitely needed, so we removed the target markers from players to remove the free info you get in PvP for having the weapon equipped while preserving the weapon's fantasy in PvE. So essentially they're saying the target marker that you get, aka the red little box that'll pop up through walls when indicating a enemy, will no longer do that in PvP. In PvE, it'll still be there, they'll still glow through walls, and then when you actually find them, they will glow red, and all is normal. But for PvP, you will no longer get that red X through the wall. However, the enemies will still be glowing red in PvP when you do see them, and offer that bonus.
So for all my Titan mains out there, it's just one-eyed math. That's all it really is.
Yeah, or for the hunters, the knucklehead radar, or you just throw on that the Wish Ender bow. Look through the walls, anyways.
Pretty much without seeing through the wall, though.
Yeah, without seeing through the wall. For Iron Banner weapons, all Iron Banner weapons from the Season of the Rivals onwards have been able to use the new Iron Banner perks. These perks were left out from the 2 new Iron Banner weapons, and we've picked one perk that we feel works best on each, and we've added them to the second trait columns. So for this, what they're talking about is the weapons. The Peace Bond didn't roll with Iron Reach. It can now roll with Iron Reach. And the Forge's Pledge can now roll with Iron Grip. It couldn't before. They can't roll with both each. It's just only Iron Reach on the Peace Bond and only Iron Grip on the Forge's Pledge.
You know what the small problem I have with that is? I finished all my bounties in my whole quest line in literally 2 days. I sent in all my tokens and everything for Forge's Pledge and Peace Bond. Then you go and put these perks on it, and I actually would like Iron Grip on my Forge's Pledge. Now I gotta go and regrind Iron Banner all over again when I had over 100 tokens. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff kind of annoys me a little bit, because the gain rate for even when you win is like 5 tokens a game, right? And it's just like, chances are you're not gonna really get enough tokens to really grind Iron Banner, and like Iron Banner is already miserable as is. It's just this constant like snowball effect of a gameplay of a game type. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make sense to me that like you would add. Why would you add these perks now? Like why did you think like we should put these there now? They're Iron Banner weapons. That makes sense. They need Iron Banner perks.
Exactly. It definitely feels like it was a bit of an oversight or something that they had intended to implement, and maybe it just didn't go live as intended. Either way, though, it is very frustrating as a player to, like yourself, to farm this specific role or specific weapon, and you can't target farm anything with Iron Banner right now. I know DMG did just respond to a tweet saying that in the future they will have something similar to how when Trials comes back this weekend, Saint 14 will have focusable weapons. Like you can, if you specifically want the chest piece or you specifically want the igneous hammer, you can focus on getting that. Now Iron Banner doesn't have the same thing. I know DMG said that they're working on it, and it'll get some similar treatment. It might not get exactly the same, But if we can get some sort of targetable farming technique for the Iron Banner, I think that would be great, because there's certain weapons, like especially right now, that new sidearm is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I don't want to just dump 2,000 tokens and hope to get the god roll that I want, but I'll be lucky to get maybe 4 or 5 of them out of X amount of tokens, just because of how large the pool is, and which just how RNG is. And then the fact that not have the, like you said, the Iron Banner perks on the Iron Banner weapons, it does seem like a bit of an oversight. And this has happened before. This is where the not exactly in the same situation where the perks weren't there, but where the Iron Banner weapons weren't there. Remember last time the Reese Walker and
Walker wasn't there.
The LMG
and the Archon Forge or something like that.
It wasn't there, and people spent all of their tokens trying to get one, and it wasn't even there. And then it was just a oops, sorry, kind of our bad. It's like thanks for the it's a your bad, but it is a little, it does sting a little. So if there was at least a bit of a better way to get your tokens back slightly faster, aside from 5 for a win and 2 for a loss, is it? It's very slow.
I believe that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's
in
very
all honesty,
slow.
Since Reese Walker came out, I've only obtained 3 of them.
Yeah, I haven't gotten very many. I just dumped 2,300 tokens in Saladin yesterday. I got about 5 of the new sidearms, which I was actually kind of surprised I got about 5. But I didn't get the roll that I was looking for, so there goes the tokens, and there goes that. And we're back to the farming again, so... It would be nice.
Positive, their armor rolls they always roll high, right? So I guess that's the one positive when you get their armor sets. But
that is a positive. The armors do have a pretty good stat distribution on them, and I have more often than not got high armor rolls.
Yeah, I've gotten a few 65s here and there. I even got a 68.
Wow, see, it is worth it to send those tokens in, but they do. Need to do something about making the tokens a little bit easier. And if you guys are knowing that you're adding this Iron Banner stuff and you added these new Iron Banner perks, then maybe try to get that out ahead of the game. Or as a player, just as a kind of a PSA for everybody, don't spend all your tokens during the first Iron Banner of the season, because more often than not, something's not going to be right, and you're going to want to save it for the next Iron Banner where things are most likely going to be fixed. Not a good solution, but it's a temporary solution.
I'm slowly starting to realize that I need to stop splurge, because you know me and pulse rifles. Once I see a pulse rifle, I'm like, oh, gotta get it. Don't care, I'm gonna get it.
Absolutely.
And, I like Forge's Pledge. It's just that recoil pattern. It kind of feels like it jumps a little left for me sometimes. I don't know what it is, but it feels a little janky. I don't know. Maybe I have a bad perk spread with it, but I just wish I had Iron Grip. I really do, because I love Iron Grip. I actually have it on my steady hand, and I ever since then I didn't even like Igneous. I preferred my steady hand over it. So
just because of the perk alone.
Yeah, just because of the Iron Grip perk alone. I love that perk. I don't care about reload speed.
Yeah, so it shows one perk can really make the gun that much better. So it's. And they are good perks. I do like both the Iron Reach and the Iron Grip. I think they're great perks. Depending on what you're using them on, they can be very useful.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So moving on, they talk about the hotfix that just went up. They call this section "No Dancing." I'm guessing they're referring to the good old hunter pants that we were dodging a little bit too much for comfort.
You think?
And maybe getting a little bit too much super energy back in certain situations, Gambit, when we didn't need it. So going over the hot fixes real quick, they fixed an issue with the Ether Collection encounter where the soft lock where all Ether Wisps were destroyed. There was an issue where fixed an issue where objects could be removed when players left the activity while carrying them, which would soft lock the activity. Also, if you're carrying a ball that needs to get dunked and you get you get that chicken error code and you're gone, and you come back and the ball's gone, you gotta wipe now. That's tough.
That's really tough. That is super tough.
Vault of Glass fixed an issue where Atheon would sometimes summon an invisible barrier to block Guardians from entering the Vault of Glass. Oh yeah, the doorway. They were mentioning that last week. That's hilarious.
Just no mas.
Yeah, you shall not pass. Indeed, you just summoned his inner Gandalf.
This guy had the high ground.
Sorry. Don't even try it, Guardians. The general UI, we fixed an issue, they fixed an issue with the pre-orders.
I wish we could fix an issue.
I wish it was that easy. Fixed an issue with the pre-order text string for the 30th anniversary wrapped and overlapped titles in Japanese, Polish, and Russian. Other localization for Japanese, Polish, Russian will be fixed in hotfix 3.3.0.2. Fixed an issue with the description of the top tree Dawnblade mentioning sliding instead of gliding in German. Fix an issue where some players could not discard Solstice key fragments. I mean, pretty big difference. So, I mean, it's good to know. Guys are like, sliding, is that right? Yeah, slide and throw your swords. All right, we're going to slide and throw the swords. Just a bunch of top tree Dawnblades sliding and chucking swords.
Just yeeting swords at people. Holy smoke.
Oh, man. That would be funny. Players who have remaining Solstice key fragments can now dismantle the entire stack from their inventory. Incoming and outgoing Bungie friends toasts no longer play before each character section. Fix an issue where some roster screens would not consistently indicate whether you have blocked a player on your Bungie's friends list. Some gameplay and investment. For the gameplay, it says fix an issue where preventing players from changing the energy type of Lucky Pants. This was because when they changed the intrinsic perk now, like they basically gave it the hand cannon holster as a mod, and it came with 0, but it auto threw it on the pants, and because you can't change the element if you have a mod on the pants, and you're not allowed to remove the mod. You are literally not allowed to change the affinity of the pants. So that's good. So you can now change your Lucky Pants to Arc, Solar, Void, or Stasis, whatever you're feeling. They actually changed the cost of global reach to 3. We were getting away with our 1 cost, friends, but now it's up to 3, and we are sad.
Honestly, I've been using Charge with Light forever now, so it didn't affect me in any shape or form.
I just went back to Charge with Light, so here we are.
I'm working on a well build, though. I'm just trying to get my mods and the armor set in order.
I really should pay more attention to some of those well mods, because I bet some of them actually are quite good. I haven't really given them the full.
Yeah, I didn't really give them attention yet. So
yeah,
and I'm still collecting stasis mods for God's sake. So
exactly. Fix an issue that prevented Season 15 Iron Banner armor sets and the new exotic armor pieces from taking shaders, so we can finally shade up those new exotics, friends. So have at them. Fixed an issue causing the Fire and Ice artifact mod to spawn fewer wells than intended. Corrected the insertion cost of the linear fusion rifle targeting mod in the artifact to be 500 glimmer like other mods. Fixed an issue causing the 2021 Solstice Eververse arms ornaments to not be visible in the list of ornaments. Fixed an issue causing the new Shards of Galanor exotic ornaments to improperly display colors. Fixed an issue causing the Radiance dance machines to trigger armor mods and stasis fragments more often than intended. Fixed an issue causing the Fusion Rifle Scavenger mod to use old perks, allowing players to gain heavy ammo when picking up special ammo bricks. I didn't know about that. That's kind of interesting. Fix an issue with the Promethean Spur would not spawn additional combination rifts after the first one. Then we already went over the Lorentz driver, so I'm not going to bother reading that. We went over the Iron Banner ones with the perks on the weapons. Abilities, we fixed an issue where specific stasis crystals were dealing additional instance of detonation damage against players. So some stasis crystals were causing a little bit too much damage, and they fixed that. And then last here it says crossplay voice chat has been enabled, but some communication privacy settings are still not working as intended for Xbox players. Xbox players will still hear voice and receive invites from anyone even if privacy settings are not set to friends or in-game friends. That sucks. Xbox players will still hear voice from non-Xbox players, even if you communicate outside, even if it says, quote, you can communicate outside of Xbox with voice and text is set to block. So even if you have the PlayStation or the Stadia or the PC people muted, you're still going to be able to hear them on Xbox currently. That sucks.
I haven't heard anybody, so I've been fine so far.
I have not heard a single person. So, but I'm also always in a party chat, so I'm not sure if that has to do with it.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
Xbox players will still be able to hear other Xbox players in the Fire Team chat or in Team chat, even if that player is on the mute button. So nobody is safe from mute, is basically what they're telling us on Xbox right now. You can try to mute everybody. Doesn't matter. They're still going to come at you. So be warned momentarily, my fellow Xbox players. And finally, they say the Witch Queen pre-order incentive fixed an issue where the Lucidity Witch Queen pre-order emblem was not showing up in players' emblem collections. It should automatically appear in the collection for all players who have pre-ordered now. Alright, it looks like that does it for the hot fix, and then there's just a list of the current known issues, which we'll run down here real quick. They have fixed an issue, a service-side fix, to resolve an issue where the Tier 3 focused Umbral engrams had no weekly limit. A lot of people were actually liking this because it's already hard enough to, or like, you have to farm a lot in order to get the Umbral engrams and the currency you need to decrypt that Tier 3 Umbral engram. So people were having a lot of fun trying to farm some good rolls without the fact that there was no limit. But now that they brought back that limit, I see a lot of people are a little bit sour about it, and I can't blame them because, like, realistically, you have to farm quite a bit in order to get those Tier 3s. So it's not like your average player is going to be farming it, and it's drastically going to change the the weapon economy of the game, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I'm not a developer.
Yeah, I haven't had any real issues. In all honesty, I haven't even really been paying attention to my Umbrals, so
yeah,
I just use them to get.
I haven't even unlocked half the prismatic lens ones yet. I
have quite a few. I do have quite a few. I think I was just trying to get a pulse rifle or a hand. Yeah, it was the hand cannon I was trying to get. Gotcha. And I got a couple of good god rolls, and I just said, all right, I'm done. So yes. I just didn't really care.
Yeah. Some more issues we have. It says the Decrypting Darkness quest cannot be obtained from the Umbral Decoder, and access to it and the Prismatic Recaster cannot be unlocked. Oh, that's quite interesting.
I didn't know that was even a thing. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be like, I guess if somebody bought like the seasons recently and they're trying to go back and play some of it, they're now getting locked out. That's not good. The barriers surrounding the Scorch Cannons and the Fallen Walker public event repel anything near them, preventing heroic completions of the event. That's hilarious. No Fallen Walker.
That's
the Fallen Walker will survive. They say no Scorch Cannons for you. We've had enough. We've had absolutely enough of these Scorch Cannons blowing us up. We're putting our foot down.
They're going to form a union.
Yeah.
It's over for us.
It's done. That's it. The Dawn Chorus Exotic Warlock Helmet no longer extends burn damage on enemies. That's literally one of its perks, so that's tough.
I was about to say, how does that even work? That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, man, Warlocks can't catch a break sometimes. Due to an issue where Titans could unintentionally do large amounts of damage with their throwing hammers, we have temporarily disabled the Worm God Karis Exotic Titan Gauntlets. Yeah, we might have heard about this one, folks.
Yeah.
Might have tested it out a little bit, you know. It had a little bit of fun with it.
A little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Had a little bit.
Before it got taken away. Like my Hunter Dodgy Pants. In Gambit.
I'm sick of Hunters.
The Red War Collection badge came unfinished with redistribution of the Exodus Dawn armor. This does not affect any previously earned titles that are required for the completion of this badge. Okay, so cool. I guess, like, yeah, you couldn't complete some of the... Because the armor was locked out, you couldn't complete that badge. But that's happened to a lot of things now that sunsetting came in place and things have left the game.
Yeah.
You can't finish some of it. Like, I know, for me, I have, like, 2 or 3 book pieces left, and then I get my Wayfarer or or the not the Wayfarer one, the one that basically like the makes says that you read all the lore. I was like 1 or 2 weeks off of finishing it, but it was because it was a timed event thing, and I didn't do it during the timed event. I was late to the party. I ended up missing out because the season ended before I could get the next reset happening. So now that title's gone for me, unfortunately.
That sucks.
It said the Wicked Overgrowth Iron Banner shader is not obtainable. That sucks. Don't know what colors it has, but always down for some new shaders, so let's get that in there.
Tough.
The Proving Ground Strike doesn't appear for players on Nessus if they didn't unlock it before the Season of the Lost. Oh, that's tough.
No,
that's a fun strike. Tough. I like that strike. The Promethean Spur exotic Warlock leg armor now seems to require a solar weapon to create healing and empowering rifts, which can only be created one time. Man, they're having some problems. Error code Potato may be appearing more frequently for PC players because Steam doesn't recognize the installation folder. Tough.
Well, that's annoying.
The K1 Crew Quarters Legend Lost Sector on the Moon says Void Burn in the Director and Totem, but has Arc Burn in the activity. Don't be bamboozled. And the shards...
I was probably bamboozled, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I did it too, so... Yeah. The Share the Glass emblem can't be acquired from Bungie Rewards. This issue will be resolved on September 7th. For a full list, click the article here, and anyone who is experiencing issues, please report them on the help forum. Moving on from there, we have the movie of the week, so definitely go check those out, everybody, because movies of the week are always fun. And we have more artists of the week. Please feel free. I think the movie started to try to play on my as I'm reading it, and it's probably playing some music there in the background for a second. I was like, hold up.
What is that?
Hold up. Yeah, check out the community art here. We got a really cool looking Hive Knight, and a very nice one of Ikora and Zavala there. So go check out those two pieces there, and check out the artists. Make sure to give them a follow, all that good stuff, because these artists are absolutely fantastic in the Destiny community. Some of the art I see is just so beautiful, and I can't wait for when Bungie adds more to the store, because that's how I actually got one of the posters in my room. It's one of the community arts that they put up on their website. So once they do that, it's great. You can support the artist and get an awesome piece of art for your wall. So
yes, sir.
But looks like that will do it for this week's T.W.A.B. How are we feeling?
It was light. I mean, they did everything. It was light, and they did everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Bars. Take it home to the bank. But the only issue I really had was just Iron Grip coming out much later, and I had already given all my tokens. So that's the only real sour spot for me. But other than that, good T.W.A.B. Good to know that some of these errors that they were having did not affect me in any shape or form.
Yes.
So,
a bunch of these errors actually had nothing to do with me, except for I wasn't able to put the shaders on my 100 pants, and I couldn't change the
shader thing was kind of annoying.
Lucky pants.
Other than that, it was okay. I mean, this was a good T.W.A.B.
Yeah,
nothing
solid
heavy,
T.W.A.B.
nothing crazy.
Nope, just a nice and easy one, and just again some good communication though, just letting us kind of know what's happening. So I just
hope that now that again we have crossplay fully implemented into the game somehow. I know this is I've been sour about this for a few days. I got a cheater playing survival the other day, had infinite ammo and infinite special ammo.
Yeah,
piece of crap. So to everybody on console who may be facing players of cheating, please report these guys, man. They're going to make the game horrible for us. They're going to make it horrible for us.
Yeah, it's not just on PC anymore. It's definitely coming to console. It's not as apparent as PC, absolutely, but I've definitely run into some cheaters in the console as well, and it's just not fun, and it just takes away the fun of the game. And
it literally said this guy had over 2 billion kills on his name tag there. I was like, what? Has the game
On a
even been
brand
out
new
long enough
account,
for you to
too.
do that?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, man. I'm sorry. That stuff is whack. If you're a cheater, a hacker, I don't care if it's wall hacks, aimbot, whatever it is you're using, you are trash. Okay? Because that's what you need to win. You are trash. Uninstall the game.
Agreed. No love for the cheaters. Absolutely no love. I don't understand how you could feel good when you win. When you cheated, you didn't earn it. So
I
it
will take
baffles me.
I will take any blueberry who's never played Destiny a day of their life and play trials with them and lose 1,000,000 times over than play with some cheater punk who can guarantee me a flawless. I will never play with you guys. You guys are trash.
Yeah, I'd rather play with somebody that will at least try and do their best, and that's all you can ask from them. So, I think that will wrap it up for this week's T.W.A.B. I have
Yes,
been
sir.
G3 Hydration, along with
I'm G3 Tyrant, baby.
hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful day, and remember to stay hydrated.
Peace.